Hey, Star Mountain. Yes, we've changed the name of the channel. A lot of the same stuff you're used to. Gonna be doing firearms content. Gonna be doing tactical gear content still, all the bag stuff. But I've also added in stuff from our farm because frankly, it's just too much for me to keep track of otherwise. And YouTube hates guns. So maybe this will keep us from getting totally wiped out. I don't know, but it's the only way I could see forward. That's what we're doing. Today, we're gonna take a look at a product that was sent to us by Mesa Tactical. This is the Urbino pistol grip stock for the Benelli M4. Or, if you're like me, the Turknelli M4. Not a Benelli. We're going to put this on a knockoff Turkish copy of the Benelli M4 that if you've been around the channel you've seen before. One of the videos that did really well for us was the Truckee forend, also by Mesa Tactical. Mesa reached out and asked if I wanted to review anything else and then told me they would send it to me. So I said, yeah, I'd love to get one of these with the cheek rest and the limb saver butt pad, and they sent it out. So big thanks to Mesa Tactical for that. Just a disclaimer, I got this product for free. Mesa Tactical also sent me like a hat and a shirt, but it's still gonna be my honest opinion. Not gonna change it just for the price of a free stock and a hat and a shirt. So I'll let you know what we think. Let's go ahead and get this installed. All right, let's open up the box and see what's inside. So this is the Mesa Tactical Urbino tactical stock for shotguns. This one is for the Benelli M4, or if you're like me, for the not a Benelli, Turknelli. This is the one that has the cheek riser and the limb saver buttstock. We got some foam in there protecting the contents. Let out. We've got stuffs. I've got a assembly and operations guide. And we've got another sticker for the tactical refrigerator in the garage. Let's take a look at the main event. Oh boy, not dump this all over. So here's the cheek riser. Here is the stock itself. In case you're wondering, this is rubberized on the grip. Costa Mesa, USA, Mesa Tactical. Very cool. You do have a sling hole on the bottom. Limb saver. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is make sure your shotgun's unloaded. We've already gone ahead and done that, okay? I took off the sling that I normally have on here to get it out of the way. You can do that, whatever kind of sling you have or whatever. Now you'll notice that I changed out here the regular charging handle with this GG&G charging handle because this is easier to grab for my hands. I don't like this slim one. But if you still have the slim one installed or whatever charging handle you installed, what you can do is just pull that out. I've already got one out, so I'm just gonna use this. Right here on your shotgun, this little pin right here holds the trigger pack into the M4. Turknelli, Benelli, doesn't matter, it's the exact same thing. So you can take the charging handle without a punch or anything and start this just by, I say as it doesn't wanna work now, just by pressing in a little bit with the charging handle. So you'll see now that this pin has started to come out. Take something flat. I've got a skeletal knife here, so that's kind of flat. Just stick it behind that pin, pull it out, make sure it pops all the way out. It's captured, so it'll kind of wiggle, but you won't be able to pull it all the way out. What you're gonna do, stop it. What you're gonna do, grab your trigger guard with your right hand or left hand if you're left-handed, press the bolt release with your left hand. See how that kind of lets it go? See it moving in there? So press that bolt release, just pull this forward and out, and boop, comes right out. If you don't press this bolt release, you're gonna wonder why it's not coming out. It's because you're not pressing the bolt release. Same thing when you wanna put this back in, hold that bolt release down, just shove it into place. Just shove it into place. Push it back towards the pistol grip a little bit, let go, it's in place there. See, super easy. There you go. Put that out, set that aside. right, now with the M4, there's nothing, you can't take anything on the back of the buttstock apart. There's nothing really holding it on other than it's twisted on here. So we're going to try to twist this apart by hand. See if we can do it. Oh, there we go. See how that twisted there? Oh, lefty-loosey, just like normal. All right, unlike the Benelli, there are 2 Phillips head screws on the back of this. I don't know why I didn't see those, because I guess I just wasn't looking. Make sure you save those, because you're definitely going to want to put this thing back on. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a big old bolt in there we need to remove. All right, so you're gonna need an Allen key. Undo this bolt. And unlike the actual Benelli M4, this does not appear to be screwed on here, so you just need to break it open and then slide it off. There we go. Just hollow inside. Set that gently aside. So you've got a bolt to put this on. I don't know if we can use that or if we need to use the original. I might use the original. It's a washer, keep the bolt on. And then we have several options as far as slings. So here is a quick sling attachment. Right, this would go on the end of your sling. This is what I had on the end of my shotgun sling, one of these ends. Going to the bottom. I really don't like these. It allows the gun to roll over when it's slung, and they just kind of suck because it's on the bottom, but they include one if you like that. I won't be using that. There are several different attachments that can be used up here. So you can see, well, there's one sling loop on the ground. These sling loops just fit right here. You can put them on either side, so you can attach the sling between the grip and the shotgun, if I can get it in there. If you don't want to use that, you can put the spacer in here to fill those spaces up. I'm going to use the spacer. I'm also going to use this. So if you slide this in here and make sure the hole is on the top, because that's what your shotgun tube is going to slide through. So slide that in there. It kind of holds itself, so you're not going to have to hold it in there while you're installing it. Made a light so you can see that kind of lines up with the bolt hole in there. So then you can just slide your shotgun tube right through there. You do have to hold the spacer in until you get this on here, unfortunately. All right, and then this will just slide over this tube. There we go. Just got to find the hole in the sling loop there. Put that spacer where it's supposed to go. Boop. And there we go. Pretty easy. Now, how can I do this on camera? Hold, please. This bolt, yeah. I guess this wood, the one that Mesa sends, that will fit. I think I'm just going to go with the original one. Although I'm probably going to use Mesa's washer because it looks way better. See if I can get this on here one-handed. Oh, tricky. This is a longer bolt, but I feel like this is probably going to work better because this is a Turknelli and not an actual Benelli. Oh, by the way, this is a 5.5 millimeter Allen key for this bolt. Cut this in. Just kidding, I forgot the recoil plate. So take the bolt back out. Oops. Use the correct Allen wrench. And if you mess up like I did, don't worry. You don't have to disassemble the trigger pack or anything again. That's only basically to get the original stock off and put the new one on. All right, so this is supposed to go on first, and then the bolt and the nut go on that, and then push the nut in here, then screw it on. Hurrah, there we go. Make sure that bolt is nice and snug in there. And there we go. Now for this one, so the Urbino stocks here, if you get the one that has the cheek riser, which I kind of recommend, because if you want to get a cheek riser later, if you put a bigger sight, taller sight on your shotgun and you didn't get the cheek riser one, you cannot then add a cheek riser on later. So if you get the cheek riser one, you have the rails on the side, it's on both sides, and then their cheek riser will slip over here, and then the butt pad holds the riser on. So you've got this cheek riser piece that comes with it. You can see there's slots on the inside that you can match up with these to select the height. And this thing is quite, when I was experimenting with this off camera, this is quite tight, so I might there we go. It is very tight. So I just kind of pulled my thumbs apart to spread it enough to get it on there. I chose the second from the last slot. I'm going to push it forward and see if that is correct height for me. I feel like that might be a little too high. So I'm going to redo this. That's a little high. Do the third one, unfortunately. All right. Yes, it is very tough to get on there. Let's see. Oh, that is the last one. I want that one. There we go. And you just slide it on until it stops. Oh yeah, much better. There we go. And that was a little too high on the other one. It was kind of angled in the sight, so I could barely see the dot. This one is way better. And then, again, I got the one with the limb saver pad. If you don't get the limb saver pad, you just get the regular pad. It should install the same way. So it has two wings. You can see right here on the side. These wings stick out farther on the side, and that's what's going to hold this cheek riser in place. And these are pretty cool. You've got a slot on the bottom here and a slot on the top that these just pop into. Completely toolless if you want to take it off. So put the top one in like that. So hook that top one in, and then this bottom one just pops on. So you can see the tab in the top hole, and you can see the tab on the bottom. Now to get this back off, all you got to do is push in on this tab on the bottom, and just pull, and it comes right out. So if you're in the field and you decide this is too high or too low, you can just take this off and readjust. There you go. Now to finish up, just going to grab our trigger group. Once again, remember to hold with your offhand, the bolt release, stick this back in here, let go of the bolt release. Now this can be tricky on here to get back in. There we go. Make sure it's all the way back. This can be tricky, so kind of hold this back a little bit and just wiggle it, and come on. There we go. And there you go. Pretty jiffy. Now I'm going to do the review in a separate video in case YouTube doesn't like me showing you how to remove and replace your stock. I don't know why anyone would care, but that is how you remove the Radikal SAX-2 stock from the factory and replace it with the Mesa Tactical Urbino pistol grip stock. This is nice over-molded rubber. Feels really good. Let me get in here. It's a much shorter length of pull. It's 12 inches compared to 14 from the factory on that one. And we'll do a second video with a review of this coming up. Once again, J7 Star Mountain now. It's been installing the Mesa Tactical Urbino pistol grip stock with the cheek riser and the limb saver butt pad on the Radikal SAX-2 shotgun from SDS Imports. We'll see you back here shortly with a review of this. I'm going to go out and shoot it. Or shoot with it. I'm not going to shoot it. That would be a waste of money.